Mr. Paul Yamas. Mr. Yamas?
How you all doing today?
Good.
Good. I just came to see if Mr. Gutierrez has got me the right information on Elias Monarrez, and that's where I'm at.
Yes, I think Mr. Gutierrez is ready to talk on this subject, Mr. Yamas.
Because I've done everything he's asked me for.
I understand that. Let Mr. Gutierrez bring us all up to date.
Well, first of all, I just want to remind you that the several representatives of the city of Chino, I'm the third in line, have looked for your request, and we've not found the information. The last time you appeared here, I had indicated that I'd asked the police department to look into whether or not they had any information on Mr. Monarrez, because you had told me that the police went down there after the incident occurred. So the police department did contact me. They told me that they had a call, that the call they received reported that a Porsche had done damage to your gas meter, and they went down there and they couldn't find anybody, and all they had was a phone number. They didn't have an address. They didn't have a name other than the first name, who was Steve, and that's all the information they had. So they did not have the information that you wanted. Now, in addition, I want to complete the record in terms of your situation, because after the last council meeting, I was visited by Mr. Monarrez because he had seen this discussion on the TV. He came to my office on the, let me see here, it was March the 22nd. And what he told me was different than what you had told me. First of all, he laid out the entire circumstances that occurred. What he stated was that his daughter was a participant in a group called Lucky 7, and that they entered the 2010 Chino Parade. They went to the parking lot for the parade, but it was full, so they parked the trailer on G Street right in front of your house, and they went to the parade, and when they came back, his daughter was walking her horse back to the trailer. But as she was doing so, a neighbor's dog started barking, and her horse got spooked, and the horse took off running in the direction of the trailer, but unfortunately ran right into your gas meter and did damage the gas meter. It also cut itself and was bleeding. So Mr. Monarrez took the horse, put it in the trailer, and drove away. And when he was doing this, there was nobody in front of your yard. There was nobody in front of your neighbor's yard. So he went to care for his animal. But he said that he felt bad because his horse had damaged your property. So he returned with the purpose of making amends to you. He went to your house, knocked on the door. You weren't there. He knocked on your neighbor's door and was able to talk to your neighbor. And he told your neighbor what had happened and that he wanted to make amends. He then made arrangements with the gas company to replace your meter, and he hired the gas company to do that, and he paid for it. He also noticed that the gas line leading from your meter to the street was very shallow, and he volunteered to fix it at his own expense. He took out a permit from the city of Chino, he hired a contractor, and he paid the contractor to do all that work. And he paid the contractor $1,442 to make that repair. Before the trench was backfilled, he contacted you on several occasions asking you for permission to come back to his property to backfill the trench. You refused. You refused several times unless you paid him money. So he paid you money on two occasions. On one occasion he paid you $400, and another occasion he paid you $140. Finally you gave him permission. He got the contractor to backfill the trench. The trench was backfilled, and he went back one last time to make sure you were satisfied. At that time, you asked him for more money, and he just walked away. That was the last contact he had with you. So based on the information he told me, you know who he is. You've had contact with you. He took care of the meter. He took care of the water, the gas line, which he didn't have to do, and he paid you money to repair the fence post. So that ends the whole story as far as I received it.
Okay, well, most of that is not true. But well, were you able to get his insurance number from me?
I didn't get his insurance number. That's not my responsibility. Our responsibility at the City of Chino is to give you a document that we have in our possession that has the information that you sought. We went through our documents. We had no such documents that had any information about him.
Okay, so you're telling me that he was in the parade, or his daughter was in the parade on those horses, and he didn't prove no insurance to you to show that if his horse damaged something or damaged someone, that he was going to give them that information? Isn't that what the city's supposed to do for us as citizens?
No. His participation in the parade had nothing to do with the damage. He parked his trailer on the street, on a public street. And his participation, his daughter's participation in the parade had nothing to do with the damage. It was on return, a dog spooked the horse, and the horse took off running.
The horse attacked my dogs.
All I know is what you're telling me, and I know what he's telling you. I wasn't there. Nobody else was there. There's no witnesses to this incident. But as far, let's get back to your issue. Your issue is you want the City of Chino to give you information that we have about Mr. Monarrez. We have none except what he told me and the documents he gave me, which I can provide to you.
Well,
I have those documents. I can give those to you because he gave them to me himself. But the City of Chino has no other documents.
Which documents did he give you?
He has the permit he pulled from the City of Chino to replace the gas line. He has the invoice from the contractor that he paid to replace the gas line. And and he has a note that he gave to you as to what he was doing, what he was paying you to do.
I just don't understand how you guys can't give me that information that I needed.
It's not our duty to investigate the matter. It's not a criminal matter. We're not a court. I already informed you that if you want to get the information, you have the right to file a lawsuit, and you can use the discovery process to get the information. Or you have his phone number, you can call him.
Well, why did you make me jump through all those circles, go to all those different offices and get you the picture, get you the paperwork?
I didn't make you jump through any circles. You came here to the council meeting. I thought I knew what you wanted. I called you to try to see if I could help you. I tried to get the information, and it didn't exist. It's the same thing. The answer you got from me was the same answer you got from the assistant city attorney and the same answer you got from Linda Wright, who looked for that information and doesn't have it.
You gave me information from the 2010 parade right here. I'll show you the paper.
Mr. Yamas, I remember you coming before the council wanting to know who this guy was, and all the time you had contact with him twice, and he gave you money twice? And you were standing up there before us the last time and said you don't know who the guy was.
No, I said I knew who he was.
But you failed to tell us that he gave you money twice.
Okay, I might have done that, but
Well, I know you did that.
here's the paper that I got from you guys saying that this other group was in the parade, and it has all the information here. It says what they have to provide, and it says here about insurance and everything. So why didn't that other group have this form filled out? I just can't believe one group had it and another group didn't have it in the parade.
What we gave you was the information about the entry by Lucky 7 Stables. They were a participant. They filled that out. We gave you their information. So you have the information of the entity that participated in the parade. And Mr. Monarrez acknowledged that to me by saying his daughter rides with that group. So they were a participant, and you have that information.
When you were being paid by Mr. Monarrez, did you ask for his insurance or something?
Yes, I did before I did it. And I also volunteered voluntarily to start digging that hole from the front of the meter to the front of my house before he even did anything. I was willing to do the work myself to get it done, so I had hot water.
The information you want, you already know this gentleman, and you've dealt with him.
Yes, I have.
Well, what different would we do for you? I don't understand.
Well, maybe you could get me his information. He doesn't want to give me his information. He kept saying that it was the city of Chino's
Well, then, like
responsibility.
the city attorney says, it becomes a civil thing. You have his phone number. You've talked to him on several occasions. I would suggest you get a lawyer and file a civil suit in court.
Well, as far as Jimmy said, he said I wouldn't be able to win because there was no witnesses. How can that be? I mean,
I don't know what your objective is. If you had all this information, you're telling me you still wouldn't go to court, so I don't understand what you want.
The damages were made good. I mean, the guy fixed everything that was damaged.
Sure. They tried to, but he didn't come even close to it.
Well,
so I'll just tell you now, we're not going any further with this. We didn't know, and you never mentioned to us that Mr. Monarrez had given you cash twice, and evidently you know him and have conversed with him. So I'm just going to tell you now that the ball is in your court. If you want to take this gentleman to court, have at it.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Thank you.